Starfield just got a pretty huge update last night where Bethesda announced a lot of bug fixes, changes and even some new features coming to the game. Before we go over it, it is important to note that this update is currently in beta testing, but the full update will be released at the end of the month according to the Bethesda Twitter account. But looking over the patch notes, we can see a massive amount of hotfixes coming our way, some of the more important ones being memory issues and leaks, improved render threading modules, improved CPU usage on higher end systems, and even some other performance improvements. But when it comes to the actual gameplay, this is really where most of the fixes come in. We're getting a new feature that will allow us to eat the food and drinks placed in the world, and not just from our inventory. What I mean is, when we see food or drinks in the world, we'll have an option to either pick it up or eat it right there and then, which is absolutely great, and honestly this is one of the things I really hoped would come to the game as soon as possible. But even beyond that, stealth has now been changed to be slightly more forgiving, meaning stealth missions will be a little bit easier. They've also fixed Adria's head from staying permanently cloaked. I'm not sure what that means, I've never had that issue. Another issue that could prevent players from firing their weapons has been fixed. This was a big issue that I recently had, so thank God this is getting fixed. And tons of other stuff, such as the nude NPC bug, the home ship getting lost bug, the bug where the ship services technician was going to go missing, and all of that and a lot more, as you can see. But onto the more graphical side of things, we now have the ability to adjust brightness and contrast. This is great. This is definitely something that honestly should have been in the game at launch, but hey, at least we've got it now. They fixed the weird visual issues that often happen if you slide the new FOV slider too far back. I'm someone who plays with it too far back. The footage that you're looking at is old, by the way, and they fixed that, so that's great. They fixed the weird eye bug on NPCs from around the world, and according to the patch notes, they've even fixed a ton of visual issues that connect to lighting, shadows, terrain, and more. Now, there have also been a ton of quest bugs that have been fixed, and this is probably the most important stuff in my opinion. I'm grateful enough that I've never been affected by any of these, but all that money can buy, Blast Zone, Echoes of the Past, Eye of the Storm, Gruntwork, No Sudden Moves, Operation Starseed, Short-Sighted, and Heart of Mars quests have all been fixed. So hey, if they've been broken for you for a while and they've just been sort of sitting in a quest log, you should be able to finish them off by the end of this month, when the patch actually goes through for us non-beta testers. Now, sadly, we don't actually know when this update is releasing for, again, us non-beta testers. All we know is it's by the end of this month. So within the next few weeks at least, and I've got to say I am really happy with all of these improvements. There's a ton here that I didn't even list. Of course, as always, the patch notes will be linked in the description below if you want to go and read and check them out for yourselves. Now obviously, if you subscribe to me, you know that I've been recently saying how I've honestly been really disappointed in the lack of Starfield updates from Bethesda, since they did say before, during and after launch that they would be consistently updating the game after release, and this is really our only second update, third if you count the day one update that almost every game has nowadays. But honestly, I'm very impressed by this. There's a ton that got fixed here. Sadly, there is nothing about the crashing or the asteroid following your ship bug, which are the two things that I've been affected by the most. However, memory leaks can also cause crashing sometimes too, so maybe that memory leak fix will help with the crashing. Honestly, we'll just have to wait and see. But since our first Starfield update came with an FOV slider, and this update is dropping with a new eat or drink button, there's still some other things that Bethesda have mentioned that they really want to add into the game that we might probably see at some point in the future. Most notably for me is the city maps that Bethesda said a while ago that they're determined to add, and all of this stuff, and so far we've only got 2 of them, so hopefully we will start seeing the rest of this stuff come out a lot, more frequently and just as soon as possible. But anyway, I don't want to long this video out, so that is pretty much it. That is everything that's coming with this new patch. So if you enjoyed the video, please do leave it a like, it really does help out a lot. And of course, if you do want to stay updated on everything Starfield and Fallout and Elder Scrolls and pretty much everything Bethesda, consider subscribing. I've absolutely got you covered over here. Lastly, as always, a huge and massive thank you to our channel members. Your support truly means the world, guys, so thank you so much for being here month after month. But with that all said and done, we're going to wrap up. So thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you next time. Peace.